Hi, Aquarius. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here, or welcome if you are new. So we're going to go ahead and do a messages from Spirit reading for you, Aquarius. This is going to be kind of, urgent messages from Spirit. What do they most want you to know above all else? So of course, just take what resonates with you. Just take what fits with you, Aquarius. And we are going to just jump into it here, okay? So we're going to leave it very open to Spirit. It could be anything that comes through. I was picking up on quite a bit as I was meditating here, and I was getting some channeled information for you. So the first thing I'm picking up on here for you, Aquarius, is that Spirit really wants you to stop and smell the roses, to live life to the fullest. And I was seeing a vision of just really dancing in flowers in the sunlight. And I do think this is a time for you to really be very content with where you are, be in the moment, be happy, with what you have, be grateful with what you have at the moment, because it's kind of a feeling here of you, venturing out and just really living joyfully and blissfully. And I think that's what Spirit most wants you to know. I was hearing the surface level, something is surface level, and I was getting this vision of kind of peeling back the layers. And there's a few different things with this. It could depend on your situation. It could be a love connection for you, or it could just be like really diving deeper into life, diving deeper into your own emotions, because I was also picking up that this is a message here for some of you to just really be very vulnerable with your emotions, be vulnerable with your communication. I do think this is for some people out there, for one group of you, this is picking up on a love connection, a love situation, because I was hearing this song. I forgot who sings it, but it's an older song. I know I love you, but I'm in too deep. And I did see this card being vulnerable here too, and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of a situation here of either someone who is wanting to be vulnerable with you, Aquarius, and Spirit was telling me that it's going to require an open mind, being flexible, being open to compromise if that's what you're looking for, if that's your situation, or just being able to, in general, with your life, be more open-minded, be more open-hearted. And I do think this is going to require you to dive deep into your own emotions and potentially even lay it all out on the line if this is about a lover or even a friend or family member here. Because Spirit was showing me like sandpaper and things being kind of rigid. Something is being held on to, and it's not allowing for this sort of blissful new energy. And that will depend. For some of you, it could be moving away from something entirely in order for you to really fill up your own cup of love. It's all about your self-love. It's all about compassion, vulnerability. It's about rising above. Spirit was showing me also rising above, like swimming, or not swimming, but floating in the clouds and rising above the situation, seeing things from a higher perspective, engaging higher reasoning with what you've been navigating, what you've been going through. But ultimately, it's about living life to the fullest. I was hearing road to recovery. So if you've been recovering from something, this could also be a time for you to recover. But it's really the main thing is to stop and smell the roses, to create your future, live blissfully, live joyfully, keep an open mind, either within your own life or potentially with people around you. Be vulnerable, accept vulnerability from others, and being able to kind of look at things from a different perspective than anything narrow-minded or any people around you who are keeping things surface level. It's about diving deeper. So let's see. So Spirit, guides, angels, what messages, please, does Aquarius most need to know? So what are the most important messages for Aquarius, for whoever is tuning in to this reading? What does Aquarius most need to know at this time? Sun, moon, rising signs in Aquarius. Yeah, I'm seeing the vibration card here too. It's all about your vibration. You know, it's really, I feel many of you are going to be elevating your vibration. And I'm seeing a vision of a sunflower here too. So there's a lot of flowers. So if you connect with flowers, it could just be spirit wanting you to surround yourself with very high vibrational flowers, can really lift your energy, can lift your mood, lift your space. But also just in general, doing things to raise your vibration. I feel very uplifted, very just high vibrational energy coming in for you, and spirits wanting to kind of lift you into that. So what are the most important messages for Aquarius from spirit? You could also be very connected to nature is what I'm getting. Some of you could be into, you know, herbs or herbalism. Some of you could have ancestors who were druids is what I'm also hearing. We have guardian, we have negativity, and we have here control. Okay, so I do think with this negativity, that's kind of what I was getting to. It's not necessarily that you are in a negative place. It's unless you feel like you're kind of in a negative energy or things are seeping into your aura here. This is about raising your vibration and being able to let go of any negativity in your life so that you can really open up to that bliss. Okay. And with this guardian card, yeah, there's a lot of spiritual protection around you too. You could have a spirit guide specifically here, or an ancestor I'm getting too, who is very much watching over you, who is a guardian for you. And we have control here. I'm going to clarify. And then I'm seeing we have, yeah, look at that, commit to happiness. And we have sincere relationships. So yeah, I really feel like spirit wants you to commit to your happiness. This is, like I mentioned, it's all about your happiness right now. It's all about this beautiful rainbow here, about being joyful. And this is going to be surrounding, for many of you, your relationships. So friends, family, lovers, who is sincere, and how can you build sincere partnerships and sincere relationships into your life. And if you have any negativity, or maybe even control, or you're trying to control things, or something is trying to control you, it's about releasing that here and being able to step into a position of embracing the sincere people into your life here. And this is going to, of course, be kind of a commitment to yourself, is what I'm getting with commit to your happiness, because ultimately we do commit to, if we commit to our own happiness, we have to take a look at what is bringing us happiness and what is not. So there's something about a negativity here, or negative energy, that you may need to release yourselves from. So Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, spirit, what are the most important messages right now that Aquarius needs to hear? Look at that. We have protection here. So thank God for unanswered prayers. Rejection and setbacks are blessings in disguise. The universe knows best. So this is with this guardian here too, in protection. I do think that Spirit's really wanting you to know that there are unanswered prayers for you right now. Things are happening kind of behind the scenes for you. So any rejection, any setback that has caused you to either slip into a negative mindset or negative experiences around you are actually being, you know, you're being protected here. So there's this beautiful energy with that guardian too. So this is very much about blessings in disguise for you. We have communication. So yes, honestly and directly, don't assume, or communicate honestly and directly. Don't assume, set your boundaries. Remember, it's okay to just say no. So I am again seeing this in a couple of different ways, depending on your situation. Some of you, Spirit wants you to say no entirely with the negativity, and you'll know if that's for you. If you're trying to commit to your happiness and you have somebody around you who is not facilitating that for you, you may need to really set healthy boundaries. And this is why you're being protected, because of Spirit wanting to bring you sincere people, sincere relationships. So remember, I said that card about vulnerability too. And even just being completely honest, even if you think you're going to be rejected, or even if you feel it's not going to be received well by the other person, it's really just about being able to be true to you. That's the message coming through. For others of you, if this is somebody who's currently in your life, family, friend, or lover, this is about, perhaps if you want to work things out with somebody, or if you have a, a healthy dynamic going on, it could be wanting to just be on the same page with each other. Try to, because I was getting the it's funny because Spirit gives me different kind of analogies sometimes, and they gave me the analogy of tomato, tomato. So it's like there's kind of a feeling of needing to be understanding with each other, and see things from the other person's point of view as well. Kind of like a temperance energy too, being able to blend and being able to come into a compromise. Definitely being flexible, because I was hearing that song about being in too deep. So if this is about a love, it's kind of about maybe understanding each other and being able to communicate. And Spirit really wants you to do that. And then we have cleanse. So you are water, cry, sweat, drink, soak, swim to refresh. So there's that cleansing again with the negativity. So definitely quite a bit of cleansing for you, removing any of the residue, removing things that you feel are no longer serving you here. And I was hearing recovery too. So you could be wanting to maybe work out, do some exercise, maybe just having a good cry, a bath, water, just cleansing your aura, cleansing your spirit. And remember with this card too, I did see peeling back the layers and not having surface level situations. So Spirit wants you to remove surface level people, or to just remove the surface level engagement that you could have with people in order to really understand the true meaning behind it. So let's see what else we have for you. So yes, we have speak up here at the bottom when I just divided the deck. So definitely lots of communication coming through, that Spirit wants you to communicate. If this hasn't happened already, this could come in for you potentially, depending on the timeline you're in. And so this could just be some advice for you for that. Spirit, what does Aquarius most need to hear? Aquarius, what do you most need to hear, and most important messages for you? So we have reassess at the bottom. We have do something different. We have make a plan. And we have this card that flipped out over here, grieve your losses. So again, this is a time for you that Spirit wants you to make a plan. Make a plan for your future. Make a plan for how do you want to proceed. There's some form of reassessment for you, having to reassess a situation, reassess your life. Like I said, with grieve your losses and cleanse and negativity, you could be wanting to just let go of certain things. I was hearing packing your bags too. So some of you could even be packing your bags literally, or this is metaphorically. And this is with this protection here too, blessings in disguise. The universe knows best. So this is Spirit wanting you to know that this is happening for a divine reason. And with this do something differently here in the communication, if it's kind of like if you keep repeating the same thing, because I was seeing the Death card, the Four of Pentacles too, when I was meditating. So it's kind of like if you hold on to something too much, or if you hold on to a certain belief or a certain mindset or a certain way of doing things, it kind of makes it difficult to see anything different. And that's what the commit to your happiness is here too. So there's a big shift for you that Spirit wants you to know, Aquarius, a big shift when it comes to doing things moving forward that are going to bring you that happiness and nothing less. So let's see a little bit more here. And I was drawn to use this mediumship deck, which I haven't used in a long time. So Some of you could be mediums, or you're practicing to become a medium. Because this is a mediumship training deck is what it's called. So what does Aquarius need to know, Spirit, please? Most important messages for Aquarius. So I'm not sure if I'm going to take all three of these, but we do have the divine source, we have soul connection, and we have the invisible shield. Yeah, well, actually, this is talking about, I'm not going to read all of these, but it's encouraging you to appreciate and see people on a soul level. This will help express the love through your heart and experience interactions with others as a soul. So try to relate to them from a divine perspective instead of responding purely by what your eyes see or your ears hear. So you will see the real person. So that's what I was saying, peeling back the layers. So for some of you, if this is a soul connection or someone in your life specifically, it's about seeing things on a deeper level for sure. And that will depend if you are able to see each other eye to eye, if you're able to come into balance. There's more than meets the eye is what I'm getting here. You could also be meeting people from your soul tribe is what I'm hearing too. See people as a soul first will help you to open your heart so that you have a better connection with people here. Yeah, lots of that opening your heart, kind of prying your heart open in order to meet soul, sincere relationships here. Soul family, soul people who are going to see your soul too. You can kind of, it's not about the outer, it's about the soul. If you see through somebody and you understand them and you love them for who you are, who they are, and same goes for you, being loved for who you are. Because I'm getting that, I was getting that kind of sandpaper energy too. There's some form of rigidity here, sanding it down. And then divine source. So that's, again, being very connected here to divine source, being connected to light, surrounding yourself with light. And then we have the invisible shield. So this is about your aura too. So expanding your aura. I'm also getting protection with that here too. Let me just get one more of these for Aquarius. What do you most need to hear? What are the most important messages for you? We have spirit communication process. So again, for those of you who are mediums or you want to connect with spirit, this is maybe spirit wanting you to say that be still so that you can connect with spirit, maybe even connecting with a departed loved one here too. But also could be communicating to your guides as well. So let's just get some final cards and we'll look at a few tarot cards here. So what does Aquarius most need to know, Spirit? What are the most important messages right now for Aquarius? Okay, so we have the One Ring Circus and we have Golden Palace coming through. So yeah, this is talking about doing things your own way. So being very independent here, doing things differently, kind of carrying your own circus, or it's really about setting yourself apart. So relying on yourself, being self-reliant as well, maybe not being completely understood by everybody or being understood by all other people, but knowing that you are able to know who you are, and that's the most important thing. That card also talks about, if I remember too, it does talk about partnerships too, being discerning when it comes to having a healthy sense of you versus what other people, who are other people, and where's the line drawn. So that is boundaries here again coming through to just to separate yourself from certain people, and to know what you need and being able to kind of understand what somebody else needs too. So it's all about relationships, partnerships for you, people that are important to you, and also being able for you, Aquarius, to reassess this as well. And yeah, with this beautiful golden palace too, it's really about abundance. You know, it's about really being able to achieve a level of abundance here for you. So this is also part of your plan that you're making. So let me get a few tarot cards here and see. So what does Aquarius most need to know, Spirit? At this time. We have the Death card. So yes, the Death card does talk about endings. You know, it's definitely Scorpio energy here too. This is a very transformative ending for you. So it seems like you could be having an ending in your life here, is what Spirit wants you to know. And that doesn't necessarily have to be something external. It can be something internal here too. But look at what came out with it, is the Naked Heart. So these two cards together, this is an extra card in this deck. But it comes after the World, and it's just this naked, vulnerable heart. So that's that message coming through too, again, about vulnerability, about laying it all out in the line, even within yourself, you know, being able to look at yourself differently, being able to love yourself fully, being able to just, like, what's the word, kind of expose it all, but not in a way where you're leaking your energy, but in a way where you're actually how should I say, like being able to it's like an innocence here, like a child, like a rebirth of an innocent energy. But for those of you who this is about relationships too, Spirit wants you to know that this could be a restarting of something. This could be a completely blank sheet of paper in which the Death card here is going to force an ending, because we did have that inevitable protection. Rejection and setbacks are blessings in disguise. So it's kind of like the main thing here is that Spirit wants you to know that this ending, or this transition in your life here, is actually leading towards this experience in which we're able to just be completely bare. It's like if something is bare, like a blank canvas, we can start to paint on the canvas again. We can begin to create something different. We can actually create something better this time. And that's the main thing that Spirit wants you to know. So it's sweeping away the old, and then creating a new vision, creating a new canvas, a new artwork, which will include relationships, your own communication style, your own independence, making a plan for your future in a way that you're able to see clearly here. What does Aquarius most need to know? Yes, the Eight of Wands here, and then we have the Nine of Swords. What does Aquarius most need to know, Spirit? Wow, Ace of Cups, Two of Cups. That's exactly, yeah, I do think many of you, this is involving a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to be love for everybody, because Two of Cups can point to just any connection, but this is definitely going to be that there is, I'm getting a ton of different things, but just to kind of, not for the collective, not just individual stories, because I'm getting a specific storyline here, but I think looking at just the collective energy, you're moving into, Spirit wants you to know you're moving into a time in which, for many of you, this is this complete, like, ocean here for you. It's like you have this vast ocean, and your cup is being renewed, and because of this, you're joining together with sincere relationship, sincere person, somebody who you're both going to dive very deep into each other. And this is what has been protected for you all along. You know, this is kind of what's been waiting for you, because this is why Spirit has been protecting you from either something else, or they've just been kind of giving you, they've been wanting things to sort themselves out. They've been wanting you to take time to be prepared for this, to do things differently. See? So this is like a completely different situation coming in for you. It could be a completely different person, a new person entirely. For many of you, it feels like it is. Or this is that kind of very vulnerable, innocent energy in which we're able to just completely start anew. And this is going to be done through communication, honesty, vulnerability. And for you, Aquarius, to know what happiness looks like for you and how can you commit to that. What do you need to change within yourself? How can you change your own flaws? You know, how can you begin to be more understanding or be more honest? You know, so it's a two-way street here with the Two of Cups. Seeing people deeper. But since we do have the negativity, grieve your losses, cleanse, I think this is kind of, if you put your heart and you cleanse it, this is what it comes out looking like, you know? So it's like you're cleansing density from your energy. You're cleansing density from your heart. We do have the Nine of Swords here. So what I was going to say is that there could be some restlessness that either you have or that somebody around you has, because we do have a relationship coming through in this reading. When it comes to communication, when it comes to moving something forward. Because I was hearing that song, you know, that I'm in too deep or something of the sort, and the difference is that you're kind of coming together with somebody, you're merging your differences for some people, and that's what Spirit wants you to know, is that there's a need to kind of let go of the fear, or try to let go of any self-sabotage. So let me just get one last card for this. What is the final message that Aquarius most needs to hear, Spirit? So appreciate all that you have. Let go of how you think your life should be and celebrate all that it is. Needing nothing attracts everything. So there's that kind of leap of faith energy again, being vulnerable, being the naked heart. This is letting go of your fears, the control, and the Nine of Swords about how you think things should be. But it's also like a fear of what if something happens again, is also what I'm picking up on. Or what if things don't work out? Or what if, it's like there's a lot of what ifs here. And I think what Spirit's saying is that from the beginning, like I said, to stop and smell the roses. And here we do have their gratitude at the bottom. It's not about trying to define what the future is going to be or what the past has been. It's just being able to be in the moment and really trusting that you have this protection. Okay? We do have keep being you. What others say or do is a reflection of them, not you. Don't take anything personally. It drains your energy. So that's what we had here too with the one ring circus and the negativity. And that's why I'm getting those two situations. For some, you're leaving something behind because it just doesn't serve you. But others of you are able to work things out. But it's either way, it's really just not taking on the energy of other people, not taking on the anxieties of other people, the anxieties that they inflict on you. Rising above. Because I'm seeing that cloud again, rising above the situation. And then the last card is believing in yourself. What you believe is what you create. You can do anything. So with that Nine of Swords here, some of you need to know that don't let your own thoughts get in your way. Okay, don't let your own thoughts. I'm also getting the past too. So things that have happened in the past, things you feel could happen again. It's what you make of it. And it's ultimately what you decide that you can create for yourself. So yeah, that's the main message. So I really hope that this could help you, Aquarius. I hope it can give you some insight. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and have a great rest of the day. Take care and much love.